Hello everyone and welcome one more week to O.W.R.B or Weekly Render Break. So this week I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of news. So it's going to be like a less energetic news show because I'm feeling a bit sick. So it's going to be a bit less energetic. For those of you that likes the energetic part, I'm sorry for that. Or maybe not, I don't know, maybe not. So let's go. This is possible. No, this is not possible. But I have to be grateful to CG Press for their collaboration with us, publishing our news every Friday. So tomorrow you will have the news of this video in cgpress.org. I recommend you to visit them because they are pretty guys. It's one of the best news website I know, and it's one of my main source of news. So hello everyone, and let's start with the news. Hey, I changed the camera, so now you can see the information, not just my face. So first news, Appleseed 2.1 release, because there's no week we can be without any render engine news. By the way, everything is correct? Yeah, okay. So there's no week without a render engine news, and this week is the turn of Appleseed. If you don't know Appleseed, you should know it, because it's an open source render engine, physically based render engine with different techniques, and it's a pretty cool render engine. I think it delivers pretty good results, and it has different samplers and different features. So it's pretty cool. If you don't know this render engine, you can test it if you own 3ds Max or Maya. And Blender, of course, because it's open source, so they support Blender. It's something logical and obvious. Oh my god. Okay. Next, now they have released 2.1, and I'm a bit sick, as you can see. Now they have released 2.1 with some new features. So they have Cryptomat support, render checkpoint, that it will allow to restart a finished render to add more passes to an already saved render. So if you have a picture like this one, like the example picture, but you rendered it to 100 samples, and you, for whatever reason, you need it to be at 500 samples. So now you can restart the render and render just 400 samples more. No need to restart the whole render. So it's good. Now they support compilation of OSL on the fly, on render time I mean. They have fisheye lens camera, and they have texture control pixel render. What is this? This is pretty cool. Let me show you, because I don't know where is the information for the beta. I don't know where is the information for the beta. But okay, they have the news here, but this is not the news. Okay, I don't have the news, but the texture control pixel render is that you can use a black and white picture to define what parts of the image needs more sampling than others. So for example, you can make the black part to mean 100 samples, and the white part it means I don't know, 1000 samples. And the middle gray will be interpolation between 100 and 1000 samples. So with a picture, I imagine they support also picture sequences for animation, you can define the amount of samples for each part. It's like an adaptive sampling, but manually configured by the user. It's a cool feature, especially for animation. Could be a bit more, I don't know, a bit too tedious to have to do that black and white sequence, but for static images it could be great, because you can be like super exaggerated in samples in some parts that are hard to resolve. So it's cool. Next, there's no next. So plugins are available for Blender, 3ds Max and Maya, so you can go to the GitHub and you can go here, releases, and here's the information. Here you can see Cryptomat AUVs, render checkpoint, and OSL source shaders support, so you can be programming an OSL shader and it will be interpreted on the fly. Fisheye lens camera and texture control pixel render, as you can see that's what this means. And filter importer sampling, that is like a new method of sampling. something like, for example, is already present in Cycles, the main Blender render engine, and other small features. So you can go here and download for your software. Next, I bet you don't know a software named Poser, because yes, Bondware has released Renderosity, has released Poser 11.2. It will be really. Oh my god, I don't know how to talk. Allow me to drink a bit of my coffee. Good coffee. So it will be released today, and this is a bridge update because they changed hands. The Poser was acquired by Renderosity, so it's a bridge update for the license change from the Smith Micro's licensing system to the Bondware licensing system. So if you own Poser, you have to install this, or your previous version may stop working. That's not good. This is the first update in 4 years, and the main reason for this update is the license is changed. There is no super big new features. Their words about this is, if you do not update Poser 10 because the license is still if you do not update versions above Poser 10 may not work correctly because the licensing system will not be able to complete the check needed to confirm your license key. So you may end losing your license. New features. They have updated the Poser's asset search tool. If you are a Poser user, I'm sure you know what I mean. Making it possible to add content to the runtime directly within the software. Also, it adds an option to search Renderosity catalog from the software. And they also included 8 gigabytes of new stock content, including 5 new female human figures, a horse, and a gorilla. Yeah, including all that. Next, theoretically, since it's 11.2, it should work with both versions, Pro and Standard, but only Pro can be purchased online right now. Poser Pro 11 is available for Windows 7 Plus, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows whatever. And currently costs $199 in a perpetual flavor. Next, Unreal Studio 4.23 released. I think it was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I gave you the news that Unreal Engine 4.23 was released. Now we have the studio version, the version oriented to architectural visualization and applications, etc. It has now direct workflow with Cinema 4D that preserves key elements of the original scene. So non-destructive re-import process that handles iterative changes made in C4D, ability to convert animations into level sequence assets, ability to preserve complex scene hierarchies and layers, import cameras with physical properties. I don't know if the microphone is too far. Maybe. Oh no, it's dying. Okay, it's falling. The microphone is falling. Okay. Import cameras with physical properties, convert surface materials to Unreal Engine render system, and more. Now, this is all related to Cinema 4D. Now, in a more general fashion, Datasmith now offers compatibility with IFC, Industry Foundation Class files, which are imported with geometry, scene organization, metadata, properties, and more. New collaborative template that allows multiple users to join a shared runtime experience. So we have here from Cinema 4D to Unreal Engine, that's cool. Import of IFC. New collaborative design review template that allow multiple users to join a shared runtime experience, interact with the scene, moving objects around and making them transparent, set up and play explode animations to deconstruct complex assemblies, and ability to mark bookmarks in the scene. So the most confusing thing is the set up and play explode animation. This is not to make your Arkham simulation to explode with the smoke and all that. It's just to disassemble an engine, for example, and be able to see all the parts of the engine and click another button and everything gets assembled again. So it's pretty cool. It was possible already, but now they simplified. the workflow. The static mesh editor is now able to create UV projections inside Unreal Engine. Before, this was only possible through scripting and Blueprint and Python. Several improvements to the different integrations for 3ds Max, Revit, Rhino, VRED, and DeltaGen, and more. So if you want to check these improvements, you can come here and check different improvements they did to the different integrations. And this is pretty cool. They have the ability to retessellate CAD imported geometry, parametric models converted to mesh. So you can see that usually you import a NURBS model, a parametric model, and if it ends like this is horrible, and this is unusable. So now you can touch parameters and you will get this that is much better. So you have this part of an engine. I assume this is a part of an engine. So this is super low poly. Meanwhile, this is a proper model, a proper importer to be used in real time. And that's it. Next, it's like every week we have some application being killed lately. So now this week is the turn for Adobe Fuse. I don't know if you used Adobe Fuse. It used to work with Mixamo, and you were able to create different characters with Adobe Fuse. Now they decided to discontinue this. The character creation tool, it will continue to work in older version of Mac OS, but it will stop working for future versions. It will be removed from Creative Cloud on September 13, 2020, and won't be available for download anymore. Adobe plan is to still have robust character workflows in the future. They want to refresh Mixamo.com with more characters ready to use and new UI. Yeah, so they are focusing their efforts into Mixamo, not into the software itself. You know, that's one of the, and this was in one comment inside CG Press. This is one of the bad parts of rental software. So in the case you were a person that relies on Adobe Fuse to make your work, if you own a perpetual license, you can keep working with it. But since this is rental, I'm not sure if it will stop working after it's removed from Creative Cloud. I suspect that, but I'm not sure. But if this is rental, they can do whatever they want. They can kill this software if they want. And in fact, you are not going to be able to download any version of the software past September 13, 2020. So this is, I don't know, this is not good. This is something not good for software. And this is the result of a rental-only license system. It's my opinion, anyways. Next, Amazon ships, this is CG Press, another CD channel, another great website for news. Amazon ships Lumberyard 1.21. So they have new automatic secondary motion system. So it will simplify the creation of secondary motions, like for example hair or I don't know, a weapon that is tied to the body, or something like this and this. Simulated object node in the motion effects animation editor, which automatically generates secondary motion for bone change. And the motion is parameter driven, so you can change mass, stiffness, damping, gravity, and friction for each joint. Physics has also been updated for Physics 4.1, and Amazon has reworked the cross-platform architecture, reducing the amount of platform-specific project from 9 to 2. So they used to have several editors and several things, and now you just have to work with 2 different projects. Amazon has reworked the cross-platform architecture. I already read that. Script Canvas, the Lumberyard visual programming system, has also received some updates, and Lumberyard 1.21 is available now. It supports Windows 7 and above, and it's free to use. So you can take Lumberyard and do whatever you want. It's completely free, as long as you create offline and local multiplayer games. They include also the source code, so you can change the source code. There's only one limitation, that if you do an online game, it must use Amazon Web Services. and it will be charged at the standard AWS prices. You can feel that I'm kind of sick, right? It's pretty obvious. Let me drink coffee. Next. Megascans reduces points of assets. Great, yes, this is a great news. Yeah, because Quixel was a bit crazy with their prices. Now, I'm not sure about what they mean with this change, because they have reduced the prices. All surfaces now cost 2 points, as we can see here, 3D assets 4 points, and everything else 1 point. So I'm not sure when they say surfaces, I'm not sure what a surface is, because everything else, what is everything else? Just standard substance materials, for example, but in Quixel flavor. I'm not sure what everything else means, because I'm not an actual user of Quixel, but it's cool that everything else costs 1 point. They say that they think this is a reduction between 3x to 6x in the price of the amount of assets you can use for the same price. So it's not bad. It's great. It's great news. Now, regarding pricing, they're offered in different versions. They have like 3 subscription meant for personal subscription for people. They go from 9 months with Bridge, Mixer, Megascans, and you get no points per month. You can get assets up to 4K resolution, 2 free assets per month, and this time you will get 100 bonus points. This is a time limited offer. For $19 per month, paid yearly, you get Bridge, Mixer, Megascans, and 60 points per month, which is not bad. They say that's 30 surfaces, 15 3D models, or 60 scans of any other type. Also, you receive everything in 4K resolution, 5 free assets per month, and 100 bonus points. And the personal 8K, $39 per month paid yearly, and Bridge, Mixer, Megascans, 60 points per month, 8K resolution, 5 free assets, and 100 points, this time as a limited offer. Now, if you have a studio, the minimum license you have to get, if you have a funding below $2 million of revenue, it's for a max resolution of 4K, you have to pay $399 per month. I'm sorry, Quixel, but this is crazy. I'm not going to pay this. It's just like that. And there were also some strange license terms inside the Quixel license terms. So I encourage you, all of you, to read the license terms of Quixel, because it seems great, but I don't think it's great. I don't know. Read the license terms by yourself, because I don't like what they are doing here. I'm grateful that they lowered the amount of points needed for things, but the license, it's still a bit weird, and I'm not going to pay $399 per month yearly. Are you crazy for this? I have substance. Thank you, no. But that's my opinion. Maybe you want this. Next, Chaos Group release Phoenix FD 3.99 or Phoenix FD4 in beta form. So it's if you don't know what it is, this is a fluid, both liquid and gaseous simulator system for 3ds Max and Maya. So now this beta version features a return of active bodies to make geometry float over liquid and push it with water. There are still no collisions between bodies and fire smoke simulators, but it's coming. Voxel and particle tuners gain some nodes for advanced control. It's possible to check each voxel or particle against a custom condition and change its channels or delete it. New channel called text UVW text UV that transport textures coordinates with the fluid simulation. After that, the user can use this to have displacement flow with the fluid in the mesh or volumetric nodes. I don't know if we have... No, we don't have any preview here. It's pretty cool. It can do pretty neat simulation. You have fairly a big a big amount of control. Now, in the 3ds Max Phoenix operators have been added to thinking particles, because this is also compatible with thinking particles. A birth operator for creating thinking particle where the Phoenix fluid passes 13 conditions. A force operator for pushing thinking particles along the Phoenix fluid. And a sample operator that reads properties of the Phoenix fluid that can be used in expressions in the TP graph. So, for example, hello JFMG. For example, I don't know, you can read the temperature of the fire and make something with that with thinking particles. That's good. Now there is a standalone cache preview tool that loads AUR, VDB, and F3D cache files and shows a voxel preview of them, much faster than the 3ds Max and Maya viewports. New experimental streamline velocity previews, which helps visualize the fluid movement. And that's it. Those are the new features. That's it. Now, the Phoenix FD has 3 types of license. Phoenix FD for Max and Maya as a perpetual license costs you 600 euros. Not bad. The simulation node perpetual is 150 euros. The annual renting system costs you 280 euros per year. And the simulation node by annual rental costs you 70 euros. And finally, the monthly license for Max and Maya costs 50 euros per month, and the simulation node is 25 euros per month. So Yoda Johan, hello, just to tell you thank you for your actuality videos. Thank you for watching it. I can stay, but I'll see your reply with many left arrow to speed of my part and interesting. Okay, I hope you're interested in everything. Now, next, this is kind of, I don't know, tranquil and an ease news show for once. Ptolemee! Ptolemee has been released. Ptolemee, it's a PVR texture organizer. Released by 2112 Games, this is a commercial tool to list and organize PVR texture with live preview. It includes real-time displacement too. It's compatible with Unreal Engine, and it started as an internal tool when the studio was unable to find a tool to achieve what they needed. Future development will include side-by-side comparison for materials and the ability to visualize and organize static and skeletal meshes. The cost for Ptolemee is $5 on Gumroad, and that's it. It's a pretty little tool. If you work with a lot of PVR materials, it could be useful to you. There is a video that I will put in the video description. I will put this in the chat. Rudwick Rao, is Substance Bridge a good enough alternative to Quixel Megascans? I'm aware of Megascans have good photo scans, but does it justify the price? I don't quite like the credit system as much. Rudwick, I don't think so. I think like Substance, it's way better, especially because of the pricing. Quixel has very good textures, very good scans, but I don't know. I like more the Substance version, the Substance flavor of the license and the cost and everything. I don't like what Quixel is doing, and you have to read the small letter in the license of Quixel, because if you stop paying them, at least the last time I checked that, if you stop paying them, you also have to stop using the textures you have created and everything you got from the library, and that's not cool. And that's not happened with Substance. So I don't like, yeah, I think Substance Source is better, yeah. Personal opinion. Next, we have another R.I.P. No, it's not another R.I.P. Adobe announces auto-reframes for Premiere. A new feature coming soon to Premiere Pro that intelligently reframe. I don't know how to speak English, really, I'm sorry for that. I'm sick. Good coffee. A new feature coming soon to Premiere Pro that intelligently reframes and reformats video content from different aspect ratios. So I assume this is a, I'm not going to play the video here because YouTube will kill this video then, but I assume this uses some kind of artificial intelligence or machine learning behind. So I know I have a viewer that wants me to speak a lot about machine learning and artificial intelligence, and I'm sorry but I don't have more news about that. But hey, here you have one news that relates to machine learning. Next, and we are finished with the 3D news. Now we go to our final news of the virtual reality world. And I will leave this for the final one. From Road to VR, we have now at HTC now accepting applications for its Fifth Vive X Accelerator. If you don't know what Vive X is, it's like an accelerator, yeah, like a startup accelerator. You can postulate your project and you can get a lot of funding from them. So it's good. The application is open until September 13, and HTC has already invested in a grand total of 97 AR VR startups in different areas. So it's cool. Next, HTC 2 changes CEO. The new CEO, Yves Maitre, confirmed that he will continue with the interest by HTC on Vive and XR. Let me read the chat. Kinda well hearing all these Adobe softwares facing R.I.P. It's talking about Substance products. Yeah, I know. I prefer Substance. I don't prefer Adobe. And I don't like rental-only systems. So I have a mixed feelings here because Quixel is no better in that regard. In fact, in Quixel, you also rent the actual textures and materials, so you're renting more than in Adobe. But it is what it is, so I don't know. For the time being, we just have Quixel and Substance, so I prefer Substance. It's my personal choice. Reminds me of the week when Adobe vowed a logarithmic and everyone on YouTube became concerned. And I'm still concerned about that because these companies don't do things on short term. They work on a very long term. So we still don't know what's going to happen with the license of Substance. Is it going to be included in Creative Cloud? Is it not? And what is going to be the future cost? And what happens if they decide to go through the rental-only scheme? What happens to those of us that are subscribed but for the perpetual license? There are many questions here. So next, and the final news here. Yeah, the final news here. No, one more news. Oculus Connect 6 is almost here, and there are ways to watch it in VR. You will be able to watch the sessions via big screen and venues, and they will probably be available later in YouTube. And now, finally, I have one pretty cool news that I won't show anything in the screen. Let me change this because it's a pretty cool news because Facebook teams with Ray-Ban to develop AR smart glasses. Yeah, Oculus is going, I'm not sure if Oculus, but Facebook is going to develop smart AR glasses, or AR smart glasses. Some time ago, Facebook told Business Insider that it had moved from AR hardware development out of research, and they were closer to shipping. So we maybe see something about this in the next year or 2 years. I don't know, maybe next week. But for this week, this is everything. Thanks for watching. I expect to see you all next week at the same hour, the same day, in the same YouTube channel. So subscribe, press the little bell, and let me go to rest a bit because I'm sick. So see you next week. Goodbye.